Roundtable Media Group presents the Carla Critical Show. She's smart, she's sassy, and she doesn't sugarcoat it.
Hello, friends I haven't met. I'm Carla Critical, and I wear red from head to toe so you don't have to. Remember, red means stop, which you learned in kindergarten. And tonight I'm giving the big red stop sign to all the men out there in the public arena who believe that it's okay to call women who use birth control sluts and prostitutes, and who are now advocating invasive probing of women in order to influence their reproductive choices. The men I am referring to are grown-ups with wives and children and professional careers. They are not frat boys engaged in the quaint rituals of jello shots and beer pong. In fact, you are about to meet a fascinating young student from North Southeastern University whose project for a gender studies class has been creating quite a stir on YouTube. But first, I'd like to thank my colleague and secret crush, Mr. Brian Williams from the Nightly News, for bringing sophomore student from North Southeastern, Sean Smith, to our attention. First off, can you tell us why you decided to take Gender Studies 101 this semester? I understand you're very busy as captain of the Ultimate Frisbee team.
Right, so I first signed up because I heard the professor was like really hot and that they showed some good movies and stuff. But then I got to class and the professor was like a dude, which was surprising. I guess that's why so many girls took the class.
And I understand you became very inspired by a particular assignment in Dr. Wilson's class.
Right, so it was like Women's History Month, and he asked us to pick a body part, any body part, and research when it was considered bad or evil throughout time, and why it had to be covered up or censored.
And which body part did you choose?
Definitely the white meat. That was a joke, Carla. What happened was I started doing some research, right? And I realized that there are no parts of the female body that men haven't tried to like control, you know? And I got seriously pissed off because I have two little sisters, you know, who are like totally cool and everything. So I made this thing on iMovie and I put it up on YouTube.
Sean, I understand the video has gone viral and that you received an A on your assignment. May we share part of your video with our audience?
Sure. Yo everyone, I'm Sean from North Southeastern. Here's an outline of the female body. The X's are parts that dudes have tried to control throughout time, not just by making sure they're covered up, but basically by torture. Seriously. Look at this! These are my sister's feet. Regular looking, right? Not if you lived during the time of foot binding. It's torture. They said they did it because small feet looked better, but really it was so they couldn't run away from the a-hole men. If you did that to me, I couldn't play frisbee or snowboard, and then I'd have to kill you. Here are my sisters again. Regular girls. Here's how you would look if you had to wear a corset to make your waist look small. They were made of whale bones, and they broke ribs and messed up the intestines and everything. If you strapped that thing on me, I couldn't water ski or bike anymore, and then I'd have to kill you. And here's the winner, chastity belts. Do you think that shit was made up? They're made out of metal, dudes, and the a-holes kept the keys. If someone tried to lock up my junk, I'd so kill them. Like 10 times. What if someone did this to your sister, bro?
Sean, what does it feel like to see that and know how many thousands and thousands of Americans have viewed this video?
It feels good, man. Weird, but good. My friends tease me a lot.
What do they say to you, Sean?
They're like, oh, are you gonna be a gender studies major now? Or like, are you gonna become a gynecologist instead of a meteorologist?
And what do you say to these beer pong idiots?
I say, not a professional gynecologist, just on the side, for fun. Am I right, Carla? That was another joke.
Before we go, Sean, a friend of mine has asked to say hello to you. Please say hello to Nancy McNice-Nice. She's so nice you say it twice.
Sup, Nancy?
Hi, Carla. Hi, Sean. Sean, I just wanted to say a couple things to you real quick. First of all, you are my hero. I love your movie. Also, I would be happy to iron that shirt for you. And finally, could you please send me that recipe for Jell-O shots?
Thank you, Nancy McNice-Nice. And Sean, before we go, is it true that Dr. Wilson asked you to also look at a diagram of a male body and research whether or not any body parts have ever been considered evil or needed to be covered up or controlled by, say, women?
Yeah, couldn't find anything. Dudes have to wear hats sometimes, but that's about it.
Right. Hats.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sean Smith. And now, good night, friends I haven't met. I'm Carla Critical.
And I'm Sean.
And I wear red from head to toe, so you don't have to. Remember, be smart out there because so many aren't.